Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video, just going to go over the Forex market wrap, just going to go over some key markets and what a week it's been. Lots of battling of the US dollar, gaining strength 1 minute, losing strength the next, and still we're seeing a lot of this volatility surrounding the US dollar. More vaccine news this week has almost devalued the dollar, and then we've seen that kind of fight back through the US sessions, which has been super interesting to watch. Not great for us traders that are looking for those trends to appear, but nonetheless some great volatility being seen at the moment in the markets. And one chart we looked at in the Forex market outlook, which we didn't really explore this week in too much detail, was Aussie Yen. And Aussie Yen, we were looking for price to head back towards this 75.50 level on the daily time frame. Price broke out of this really nice longer term trend line, and that stems from the end of August, and we broke out after news of the vaccine came around, and we saw that market rally to the upside. Price then pulls back into that key level of structure that we identified, and now we're starting to see the bulls come back into the market. And what we really want to see is a nice 4-hour change in cyclicity down here. So next week we could potentially be eyeing up a long opportunity here on Aussie Yen. The Australian dollar has remained pretty strong this week, despite the where it is in relative to the US dollar, and the further sort of vaccine news has almost helped stem that risk appetite in the markets, which only really benefits the risk currencies. So the market here on Aussie Yen, we've seen a little bit of a downtrend on this 4-hour time frame. And when we're looking at the sort of daily trend and daily impulses, what I like to see is price pull back into specific areas of support and resistance. And then if the price continues to then form higher highs on a 4-hour perspective, 4-hour time frame, that's when I look to continue to buy the market in line with the overall trend. So Aussie Yen here is looking pretty good. We've come back to that 75.50 level. We've bounced. If we can take out the previous structure highs going into next week, that'd be something I'll be happily looking at some long opportunities. This will really depend on how the stock market is reacting, how the Dow Jones in particular is moving. So let's actually just bring in the Dow. Okay, let's just bring in and let's have a little look at what's going on here. So weekly's looking a bit on the sort of indecisive side, bit of the bearish side, but this week it was really looking at it and going, well, what's actually price doing? Now price has recently retested all-time highs. It's broken through this key area of structure just through here. Bounce. The market is now retesting this area. Now looking at the 4-hour time frame, again very similar to Aussie Yen, we've pulled back into the key area of support, and price almost is looking to bounce to the upside. We have this little bit of a downtrend in here, so if buyers are going to really step in, then I'll expect a bit of a breakout to the upside. Now typically we look for sort of the markets to rally up through this time of year, coming into sort of that Christmas period. Obviously it's a little bit of a different year in terms of we have the pandemic to consider, but further news of vaccines are only going to sort of benefit us, and with almost headlines coming out on a daily basis, we should assume that maybe we are going to get a continuation of this risk on element in the market. So really looking for the potential for stocks to rally again if we can get some 4-hour trends continuing going into next week. But prices are just stemming really at these previous sort of all-time highs just over here from January 2020. So we'll see how the end of the year can really see what happens, see if we can kind of flourish and see those highs being broken once again. But that'll be super interesting to watch. One currency that just remains super strong, I'll be super interested to, saying super a lot, but I would be super interested to see how the commitment of trader reports look on Kiwi going into this week. Kiwi has been strong for a number of weeks now. It's even taken out this 0.69 level, which I thought the price was looking to reject at the time. And it is kind of still kind of within that resistance sort of area. The resistance zone kind of has a high of 6970, so price could easily reach that 6970 price and then maybe reverse. But I'll be interested to see how the commitment of traders report will be towards the end of the week, see if we can see any kind of changes to the commercial contracts, because typically as price rises, commercials will sell more. So as this is continuing, this uptrend is continuing, I'd expect the contracts to rise quite rapidly on the currency. So if we do start seeing that, then we could be looking for some longer term short opportunities. But at the moment, price relatively strong, back up at this 6900 level through here. So I hope you've enjoyed the content this week. If you did, please leave the thumbs up, and I'll speak to you soon. Have a great week.